Hi, Mikael.
Hi.
We saw you train earlier and start with the positives, Riccardo, Calafiori and Ethan Wanieri back with the group.
Very positive news. Obviously, we missed them for a few weeks and they returned today for training, so they will be available for the game.
And there's still no William Saliba. Are you able to give us an update on his condition and how long he potentially may be out for?
No, I think he's evolving well. The last few days he was feeling much better already, but this game comes a little bit too early for him.
And we heard when you were taking the players through their warm-up, we heard you playing music and the players laughing and joking. Is that something you do regularly, and what's the thinking behind that?
It's something we've done for many years now, and it's part of training. We use music as another element of our training sessions to build the energy, to change some purposes that we want in the training session, and I think players enjoyed it.
You can all but secure qualification with a win tomorrow night in the top 8, which means you would miss the 2 extra games in the playoff stage. How important is it to miss those games, especially with the injury issues you have at the moment?
Yeah, obviously, so far we've done really well. We are in a really strong position, and now it's time to capitalize at home in all the work that we've done for many months. So we need a strong performance today against a really good side, and we'll try to do that.
Okay, Gary from Sky.
Mikael, if you can automatically qualify for the knockout stages, which obviously you're odds on to do, being out of the FA Cup as well, that opens up potentially a 9-10 day gap that you could go away to do some more weather training. Is that part of your thinking?
Well, my thinking is let's do what we have to do first, which is always difficult because we're talking about the Champions League, and if we manage to do that, obviously we will have the best ideas on the table to make the right decision, hopefully.
Because that break helped a lot last season, didn't it?
Yeah, it was very helpful. I mean, with the schedule that we had for the last 3 months, you can have a break and reset a little bit and work on things and rest some people. While some people are back, that would be great.
2 weeks left of the transfer window. Are you enjoying it?
I love it.
Do you laugh when you see Arsenal linked with half a dozen different strikers?
No, I understand it happens as well in the summer, and I get a lot of people texting me, you after him and this, and sometimes I don't even know what they're talking about. So I don't follow it too much. I have enough work to do with a lot of things, so I don't get too distracted with it.
Okay, and we'll go to Simon from the stand.
Mikael, just on William, are you pretty confident that he'll be back for that Man City game on February 2nd, judging by the way he's been?
Yes, I hope so, yeah.
On the music thing, obviously today you had sort of Brazilian samba music. Does it change in terms of what you want to inspire from your players and what you're hoping that music today will inspire?
Yeah, and depending on the drill, depending on the day, sometimes certain players pick the first song, the first 2 songs, the last song, the same in the dressing room, really.
And can I just ask one, obviously, the injury situation, particularly in attack, you've got Fabio and Reece out on loan, I know Reece is injured, but if you get to the end of the window and you haven't been able to bring someone in, is there an option to get one of them back? Is it something you're thinking about?
Well, there were certain possibilities with the Fabio situation. We are exploring all the things that we can do, just in case we cannot do them, as well how the injuries are progressing and when we're going to have them available. So we are aware of everything.
Tom, Football London.
Hi, Mikael.
Hi.
Obviously, one of the players we saw out there this afternoon was Max Dowman with the season. How impressive is it to see someone so young with the senior team already?
Very impressive. At his age as well, some of the things that he does in training are unbelievable. He's a player, obviously, with a huge talent that we have a lot of belief that we can develop him into become one of our own, and he's doing very well so far.
And what do you see as the possible pathways to give him some minutes at a senior level?
Well, at the moment, is with all the legislation, there are a lot of restrictions for your age, you know, something that in other countries you don't even mention. So we'll have to wait and see. He's taking very fast steps because every time you put him in a different challenge, different level, he overcomes that hurdle pretty quickly, which is great. So we are on it.
Aaron from Varvel.
Hi, I wanted to ask about Dynamo Zagreb. They've been great at promoting academy products, and they've integrated some great players in the past and currently. How exciting is it to see a game between 2 sides? Obviously, you've got the Hand Academy talent that you've brought in, and they've got some nice young players that are coming through.
Yeah, incredible talent, what they've done for many, many years, very consistently as well. The type of football that they always play is a very particular country with very, very clear philosophy how they want to play the game. So, yeah, it's going to be a very difficult match.
Question here from a gentleman from Croatia.
Hi, Mr. Arteta. I'm
Hi.
from Croatian Nova TV. When we are speaking about talents, what's your opinion about Martin Baturina, a huge talent of Dinamo Zagreb of Croatian football, especially because there were some rumors that Arsenal is looking for him?
Yeah, I don't like to talk about individuals, but they do have a lot of talent. They have obviously some individuals that yeah, it caught your eye because you have in your head as well all the players they play in that club and what they've done in the past. So yeah, it's always a good league and a great club to follow.
What can you tell us about them? What do you know about them as a team? And I suppose that you know that Fabio Cannavaro came as a coach 1 month ago, a big star on the bench for Dinamo.
Yeah, well, and that's the context of the game a little bit, obviously, with the new coach and with the fact that they haven't played a competitive match for a month. Obviously, we know the games that they play, the friendlies, and we watch them. And just to try to gather an ideas and more principles, basically, than systems and formations, because Fabio's played when he was in China, different formation when he was in Italy, now as well. So to actually understand what they're going to do, know the idea behind it, probably yes, so we'll adapt to that tomorrow.
And last question, you spoke with Eduardo da Silva,
Yeah.
a legend of Dinamo and a very popular ex-player of Arsenal. You know each other from the player days?
Not really, we didn't play together, but obviously it's a really familiar face with a very specific history as well and certain moments as well that obviously he became very important and very loved here, and then, as you said, the career he had there. So very good to see people coming back that they've been here with a big smile in their faces.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go to Phil from PA.
Hi, Mikael. Just on Mikael, we saw him without his crutches the other day in the Emirates. Is it still looking likely that he'll be back in March, or could he be back before then, do you think?
No, that's not going to change. I think it's within the process and the timelines that they had. That phase is gone now. He's doing really well. He's feeling better day by day, but we have to respect the healing process, and then obviously he still has a lot of stages to go through in the rehab.
And just in terms of Ethan, it must be great to have him back because obviously he was playing so well before we had those couple of weeks.
Yeah, it was a big setback because he was getting some consistency, more minutes. We made him play in a different position. He was doing really well, and suddenly this happens. It's understandable. Obviously, the load as well goes through the roof immediately, and that's things that we have to manage.
Okay, finally in the live section we'll go to Jordan from The Athletic.
Okay, a couple
Hi.
of years ago, Arsenal made a few changes game to game, of any team in the league. This year it's obviously been a lot more difficult with injuries. Just wondered how many times this season do you think you've actually been able to plan to rotate the team, or plan 1, 2, 3 games in advance?
Whatever I say is not going to be probably the right one, but I think if there is 1 or 2, I would be surprised.
That few?
I think so, yeah.
Because one of the things when you look at the team in full-back area and forward areas where there's been a lot of injuries in the same position, the one place there's not been many is in the middle of the park with Partey, Jorginho, Rice. I think I was looking at the numbers, the last 17 games you've changed it in there 16 times. Partey's gone to right back a few times. Do you think moving him there sometimes, because it causes 2 or 3 people to change, actually disrupts the team?
I have no choice. I don't have another fullback.
You don't want to fullback?
I don't have another right fullback, no. I have Jurin, nobody else.
Yeah, but I'm saying Timber could have gone to right back, you maybe bring in a centre back. That's the alternative choice, isn't it? To keep some consistency in a place where you've got players available.
Sorry, I don't understand the
So
question.
if you weren't moving Partey, you can keep some consistency in one area of the park.
And who plays as a right back when Jurin is not available or his load is too high?
No, Julian was available the other day to play right back.
When?
Don't play centre back, is what I'm saying.
The other day, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, but the other day is the first time. But in relation to the way we have to play, we cannot have a right-footed player defending a right winger.
No, it's just an interesting point, when you...
Because I don't have another right centre back.
Yeah.
Don't have it.